Hi and welcome to the Reach Daily Devotional. I'm Ellie Hart, I'm from Derby, and I'm going to talk about Psalm 62 today. I'm going to start by reading it. I think we'll have worship at the end of the devotional today. So here's Psalm 62. It's from the Message, and it's a version that has been really important to me over the years since I first read it. God, the one and only, I'll wait as long as he says. Everything I hope for comes from him, so why not? He's solid rock under my feet, breathing room for my soul, an impregnable castle. I'm set for life. My help and my glory are in God, granite strength and safe harbour God. So trust him absolutely, people. Lay your lives on the line for him. God is a safe place to be. I've been reflecting in the last couple of weeks on what it really means that God is a safe place to be in the middle of the pandemic and the warnings of the last couple of weeks and the concern that people are feeling right now. And I found this psalm to be really helpful as I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about what things I'm waiting for and what things I'm hoping for, and what it means to reorientate myself, to remind my soul that God is the source of everything that I need. I'll wait as long as he says, because everything that I hope for comes from him. It's really good for us to take ourselves back into that position and posture of dependence on God. We know that it's the reality, but we often live our lives as if we can be dependent on other things. And then when we discover that we can't be dependent on other things, we can't be dependent on our own plans, or we can't be dependent on the way things that happen every year, we get shaken. There's a shaking that is occurring right now for us. And actually, as Christians, the correct response, the best response for us is to say that on Christ, the solid rock I stand, all other ground is sinking sand. That's the correct response to have, to say that God is solid rock under my feet, so I will wait for him. Everything I hope for comes from God, so I will wait for him. This is a time for us to lean in and to lean on to God. This has been a time of revealing, a time when we have discovered how little we can depend on the things that we thought were dependable. And it's a time to run back into the place of our dependence on God. Because God is solid rock under our feet, and God is breathing room for our souls. I don't know about you, but there have been so many times in the last couple of months where I have just wanted some breathing room. And I have sometimes remembered and sometimes not remembered. But when I've remembered to retreat into a space of peace and quietness with the Lord and to share my concerns with him, I have experienced that place of breathing room. And so my devotion this morning is an encouragement to carve out time to spend alone or with others, but carving out time to spend in God's presence. Because although it is true that God is with us always, in Psalm 139 we have, even if I rise on the wings of the dawn and settle on the far side of the sea, even there you are with me. So we know that it's not that God is not with us all the time. We know that from Psalm 23 that God walks behind us, that he walks next to us, that he goes ahead of us. We know that because Jesus promised us that he would be with us always, even till the end of the age. We know that God is with us, and yet there is also something special about God as a place that we can retreat into. The Message expresses it here as talking of God as an impregnable castle. a place that has got strong, safe walls where the enemy can't get to. It doesn't mean that you never go out and fight the enemy. It just means that you have a safe place to come home to, a safe place to retreat to. It also says, my help and glory are in God, granite strength and safe harbour, God. A safe harbour is somewhere that you retreat to when there is a storm. Somewhere which is, because of the natural scenery, somewhere which puts its arms out around you and keeps you safe from the tides, from the currents, and definitely from the pounding waves of a stormy time. God's a safe harbour. He's a place for you to retreat to. So this devotional is just an encouragement to retreat into the safe place that God is for you. God, the one and only, I'll wait as long as he says. Everything I hope for comes from him, so why not? He's solid rock under my feet, breathing room for my soul, an impregnable castle. I'm set for life. Help and glory are in God, granite strength and safe harbour, God. Trust him absolutely, people. Lay your lives on the line for him. God is a safe place to be.